Hey guys, welcome back to another Apollo Justice Ace Attorney video. So we were here at the Olga Orly cross-examination part. Oh, I gotta grab my stylus. Here it is, right in my DS. I'm playing some Ace Attorney investigations, of course, you know. I'm on case 5. So, let's play this. Hold on here. So, let's see here. The game. Let's press that one. Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used? Of course. Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder? Yup. Or I mean, yup. Maybe you can explain a bit about these chips. Explain? What is there to be explained? Objection! Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips, not a chip off the old block. Thanks. Now that I've pressed her, I'd better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even? Niet. As I have been saying before, it was a game, not gambling. Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand. 2 types of chip, 100 points chip and 1000 points chips. It is not money, da. Justice. Sir, don't you find her comment interesting? In more ways than one, sir. I'd have added it. I'd have it added to her testimony myself. Well, does the defense want the witness to add to her testimony? Yes. Yes, I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Scrutiny? Added to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this. Very well, witness, if you would be so kind. Your Honor. One kind of chips is worth 100 points, other kind is worth 1000. 2 kinds in all. So I think this is where the contradiction is. I'm not too sure, but I think. Objection! Objection! Oh, I was right. You're sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure? Objection! she just exclamation mark and hide on the table, and with the pain is like, oh crap. It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won, if you're not in kindergarten. Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court? Of course, Your Honor. In this photo I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1000 points? Why, the big ones, of course. Duh! Oh, I thought so too, but then the totals don't add up. The totals? Who would even count this? Like, let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points of chips, and the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points. Yes, if my calculations are correct. Let's see, 3 plus 1 carry the 5. They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. Oh, if the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100, and you add them up, how much is it? Do it yourself. You aren't in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness' testimony. Yeah. But why? How could this be? Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why. Right. There's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. chip count was wrong. Starting points were wrong. Well, hold on. Like, I know the answer. I just want to piece this together here. Chip count was wrong. Nope. Starting points were wrong. Both were right, I think. Yes. Each man began with the game with 3,500 points. If all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, then there can be only one answer. Well, what is it? The value of the chips was the other way around. What? Want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness, utter madness. Show me that photograph of the chips again. There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up. Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself. Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it. Objection! but wait! The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing. Indeed, the victim did have the larger number of chips still. Ah! Exactly. If the small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are 100, let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table. The victim, Mr. Smith, had 4,100 points. Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was indeed winning that night after all. That's impossible! My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning! Yeah! I mean, a lot of people like that sprite of pain. Feels so good to be able to use the R button again. Because on my DS, the R button is, pretty much broken. So, it's nice to be able to do this stuff, Just switch between the things. No, Miss Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips. Since you were there at the scene of the crime, weren't you? She catches the hey, what are they called again? I don't remember. No. Order. If it appears our defendant has lost his motive, and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. No. We must now ask ourselves whether we can... Oh, excuse me? What is it, Miss Orley? I did not want to be saying this, but... Actually, you see, See what, Miss Orley? What do we see? In the last hand, there was cheat. Ooh, suspense. Cheat? You don't mean a trick? Wait, or do you mean a scam? They're all the same thing. Yes, there was cheat in last hand. That is why game ends with chips as they are. Great, just great. First we have lying, now cheating. Well, this case certainly has taken a turn for the interesting. Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand. New testimony. The final hand. The last hand. Both men had full house. There is 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was disposed. He took bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith. Alright. Miss Orley, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make, in my experience. That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics. Mr. Gavin, what's a full house? Lawyers these days, you don't know your poker. I can't say this bodes well for your case or career. What is this, some kind of secret court poker ring? Justice, you know the terms one pair, two pair, and three of a kind, yes? Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number makes a pair, and 3 makes a three of a kind. Good. Now picture of hand with 1 pair and 1 three of a kind. Alright, that's... So, we have, 3 of the 7s, 2 of the aces. That's a full house. That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it? You can see each player's hand in this photo. You can. Well, they both have full houses. Yeah, they do. I can't see it. The graphics are so terrible. So we have to trust Apollo's eyes. We forget there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat. Slam gavel. The defense may cross-examine the witness. If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves the important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a professional conman losing when they cheat? Alright, I don't think I know the answer to this one, so... Let's see here. Last hand, both men had full house. Yes, if you look at both men's hand, the next moment the game becomes argument though. First she says it was a serious competition, now she says there was cheating. Justice, notice anything odd? Her testimony keeps changing. Now she says the defendant cheated. Actually, yes, I had noticed that. Let's get the truth about this cheating first, shall we? So cheating. Here. How was it clear? Well, the defendant, he played a 5th ace. A 5th ace? I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. And Mr. White's too. Obviously, cheating was a foot, or perhaps should I say, a hand. Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's joke. Very well, the witness will add this detail to her testimony, please. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces, and Mr. White's 2. It is 5 aces in all. So, I think I'm too stupid to get the contradiction here, if it even is a contradiction. So we have a bunch of different evidence here, right? So, about the cards. 3 aces. Nope. He doesn't have 3. Oh, Mr. Smith. Well, he doesn't have. What? Mr. Smith doesn't have 3 aces. Well, is that a contradiction? I think it is. So, objection. Objection. Objection! Oh, I'm right. Yep. It appears the witness is mistaken. Mistaken? But my name... You say, yeah. Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. That's the photo of the chips, is it not? Justice, perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point. Oh, let's point some out. Yes, please point out the contradiction in this photo. What particular point contradicts with the witness' testimony? Over here, of course. I guess you could say, yeah. Take that! Take that! Why, it's here, of course. It's where? Where is that you're pointing? Where? Good question. We already heard today on the dangers of bluffing. Sorry, Your Honor. I better rethink this. I think you'd best point out your point again. So we don't get a penalty for this, which is Really nice. Let's point out this then. Oh, Miss Orley, in your testimony you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces. Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 30s in question. Objection! Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating alright, and it's going on right here in this courtroom. A good place to end the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And you can click on the card in the top right corner to get to the next episode if it's out. And yeah, or click the playlist, because playlists can be nice. And yeah, so yeah, goodbye.